And I don't think there is necessarily like a right answer that fits everything. Like obviously the choice that I made fits really well for me. So there may be people who listen or watch this that like what I say doesn't really speak to them. But for me, so my initial business that I created where I was basically, running ads on Facebook, and then later we added Instagram and funnels, all that process to help grow businesses. We were doing it for lots of different businesses. I guess probably the same or the similarity among them all is it was local businesses, right? So we weren't doing stuff, at some big, huge national level. I like the process of, let's dabble in Facebook, let's dabble in Instagram, but at a very local level. I think it makes it feel much more real for prospective customers, that type of stuff. But for me, as I was going about doing this, again, other people may be different. I'm sure there's people who are much, much better at this than I am. But when I started to do it, my first client that I had was a dentist. And then right after them, I added on a restaurant. And then later I added a solar sales company, right? They go out and sell solar panels for various companies out there. And then I added real estate. And, every time I would jump into one of these niches, like if I'm honest, if I'm really trying to do my absolute best for the client, there's a ton of time I need to take to research and to understand all the little nuances of each industry, right? Like the way that you get buyer leads or seller leads in real estate, like while the structure of the funnel and stuff is pretty similar to dental, like there's so many little tiny nuances that are so different than each one of these industries. And for me, like that was a very hard thing to swallow, to try and figure out. And I had never created my company with the intent of like, hey, we're going to service every type of local business out there. Like I was just trying to get a feel for what was good for me, what did I like, and what was profitable, right? And even though you're talking about money, some people may feel awkward with money, but I think you have to really try and look for the combination of like what you love to do, the people you love to serve, and the people who have money, the people who are willing to pay you, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
when I advertised for the restaurant, it's like, okay, well, you just pay me my monthly fee to run ads. Now, how many cheeseburgers do we have to sell to break even on that? Like it's a hard sell, it's just a little bit different. And so that was part of why I moved over to the dental industry, because I realized, I mean, like number one, everyone pictures this black box where I can put in $1 and I want to get 2 out, right? And of course we want that, because if we can put 1 in and get 2 out, what if we put in 100 and get 200 and so on, right? But for like the dental space, if they know their stuff and they're very good at taking care of patients, and if I can just come in and help a little bit on the business and marketing expertise, they should easily be able to put in $1 and get 50 out, or put in $1 and get 100 out. I mean, depending on what you're advertising. And so I just didn't want like the super tight concern around finances to be an issue there. I wanted the latitude and flexibility to, hey, let's go after your ideal customer. And I know we can get them affordably, but I also know that I can get you a result very quickly that you'll be very happy about. And for me, the dental space is very, very good for that, for those parameters I put in place.